on live. Okay, so the first level is just like in every other Call of Duty game. A shooting range where you're taught to shoot your guns. Nothing significant here. Shot the closest and the farthest targets with the same bullet by positioning them one after another. You only need 10 targets here, not the 14 like you would do it casually. Not counting though. That's enough. Okay, let's pick the USB. Tell the watermelon right as it appears. Switch the weapons a little bit and let's go to the training pit. We actually have a separate category in our Call of Duty community for Call of Duty 4 training pit, training ship, call it whatever you want. High price. Right. What the hell kind of name is so, eh? Oh yeah, let's climb up. You're gonna need to take the MP5. Doesn't start with anything else in hand than MP5. Let's reload this, just in case. Yeah, it's gonna tell us to pick up the MP5 if we do not have it in hand, even if it is equipped as a second weapon. Spam F, so we drop down when it activates. Last are going to be wall bangs. 1425 with the 2-second accuracy bonus, not bad. He's seen better, and he means the world record for that, which is 8 seconds and something. That's set by Clogger, and he's pretty crazy at it. Next mission is Expendable. Aliens reference, anyone? It's gonna be another alien reference during the level when Gas pulls out the shotgun. But right now we're flying. Safe to say that I'm not playing with the usual FOV of 65 degrees, because it's not good. It looks weird and it feels weird and it plays weird, so I've custom bind one of my keyboard keys to set the field of view to 90 degrees, which is good for me. Some people play with even more. Stay in front of the door, so we go in first when it gets kicked out. Not actually necessary to kill this guy, but why the hell not? Come on, I can shoot better than that. Finally. Man, that was some whack shooting. So now I just have to wait for a little bit while the bots get closer and the helicopter circles here. Just gonna throw some nades there. A little bit about the moving strategy here. Not gonna just run ahead, because when you run, you do it a little bit slower than strafe jumping, and the stamina expires at some moment. Now, if I strafe jump, similar to Quake strafe jumping, the game actually uses Quake 3's engine, therefore having some extra features like being able to set a colored nickname, but that's a multiplayer feature. It actually has a strafe jumping feature. So when I strafe jump, I move quicker than if I just sprint. Aliens reference here. And yes, I can strafe jump almost indefinitely, because the stamina is not going to expire. It regenerates while I jump. I'm gonna need this Desert Eagle, and I better stick to MP5 as my secondary, although MP5 is not exactly a good weapon for the run, because it almost doesn't feature the reload skipping. Now, in most, if not all, Call of Duty games, you can skip some part of the reload animation. The actual reload is not tied to the end of the animation. I'll wait a little bit here so I don't get soft locked. I want to show this at the end of the run. It's one of the soft locks featured. Shoot those guys. Bots will clean up the rest. Now we just have to clear out the cargo hold. Now there are two things in the game we should be very, very careful of. First one is melee hits, because a melee punch, rifle butt punch or pistol whip feels and hits much worse than any shot in the game. Except maybe some sniper rifles, but on the lowest difficulty that we're playing, snipers are bad and pretty much everyone is bad, but bots, while missing most of the shots, never miss the melee hits. And they can actually chase you with a melee hit. So we have to be very careful of that. And we'll have to be very careful with the grenades. Because grenades, in Modern Warfare 1 at least, are ridiculously overpowered. And if you're even a little close to the grenade, if the grenade marker is on your screen, you're as good as dead. You are very likely to die from the explosion. I'm gonna show you how exactly overpowered the grenades are a little bit into the run. A bit later. Right now we just have to escape the ship. Now we are not going to be strafe jumping this part because there's no sprint. Soap is sprinting automatically here. And by just strafing, we even make it a little bit slower here. That is because you're strafing naturally, because the ship is tilted and your line of sight is tilted, and you can't strafe normally. You can't strafe in a straight line. Just a little bit left. Let's pump jump. So we jump when the jump action actually appears on the screen. And now we're going to watch a 6-minute cutscene. So if you have any donations to read, be sure to read them. I'm just gonna do a little camera work.
We do. We have a $5 donation from Mr. Racing Monster saying, "So happy to have VK represent the Call of Duty community. We've came a long way and are excited for having more Call of Duty in marathons. Also awesome to be doing the Softlock compilation. I'm not sure if I remember them all either, so it's going to be a good refresher for me. Hashtag COD Squad."
Hi Racing, nice to see you too.
Just want to let everybody know as well that all your donations for ESA Movember are going to the Movember Foundation. Their mission is to stop men and boys from dying young. It's a great cause. Thank you for all your donations. While we've got this lovely cutscene going on at the moment, I'm just going to quickly plug some more of our donation incentives that we've got coming on. Coming up later on tonight, we have the Sonic Mania Plus speedrun. We currently have a character bid war. Right now, Knuckles is in the lead with $62, and we have Tails coming behind with 46. So if you want to snipe Tails to get him in the lead, you have plenty of time to do so. You can also choose between other characters that currently have nothing. So if maybe you get a surprise snipe, who knows? We also have the Save or Kill the Beard bid war going on the Super Mario Bros. 2 any percent. Right now, Save the Beard is winning with $69, but Kill the Beard is close behind with only $60. So do you want to keep the beard alive, or are we going to be shaving it? You guys have the power to decide.
I'm just gonna donate a little bit myself.
Donating in the middle of a speedrun. Wow.
Wait, not much to do here anyways, so why not?
Definitely. So a quick question. I assume when you're doing the speedrun, you have to go through this every time. Like, there's
Yes.
no way to skip this or speed it up.
Unfortunately, no. There's, at least we haven't found a way to skip this or speed this one up. Now, if I was doing an MG Plus run, this might have been skippable. At least that's something we could agree on our community, but since this is NG, and NG is the only new game category in Call of Duty games, well, this is not skippable.
It's dedication to the speedrun, sitting through this each time.
Well, at least I get to pour some more tea in my cup. That's what I usually do during the cutscene. Okay, I think I sent it. I guess.
Probably take a couple of minutes to come through, but hopefully we'll get to it.
We'll have some more room for donation reading later on. So right now the cutscene is finally coming to a close. Set the lower FOV for that cinematic effect. Okay, finally we've done this. Now we're coming to the real run. The loads are pretty quick because the game is almost 11 years old. It celebrated its birthday earlier in the month. Gonna clear those guys out. Now I'm going to be trying to run either with an SMG or with a noob tube in hand. The underbarrel mounted grenade launcher, as some call it. But a noob tube is a noob tube. Plain and simple. Because when you're running with an assault rifle, your move speed is slower, and your strafing speed and your running speed are also slower. Now, I don't like to run with sniper rifles because I'm really bad at quickscoping, despite 300 hours and a little bit more at various Call of Duty multiplayer games, and a ton of time, no one actually counted, in single player games. I'm still bad at quickscoping. And pistols, well, they're pistols. They're not too strong to run with, but if I get to run with a pistol, if I have to run with a pistol, I'll just have to do it. Now we're just gonna do a little bit of sniping action. Gonna take a good vantage position while the bots conversate with each other. Let's get closer. Now we have to get to this exact location. because it's one of the triggers for the level. And if I've never been here, the next cutscene will not start playing. These guys need to crawl up here. Now, after I've been there, I can just touch and go back. Next sequence is going to play, and this place is a little bit better for sniping two guys in the window. They are going to appear, and in this game, bots really like to equip the Last Stand perk. You can pump them full of lead, but they'll just fall and try to crawl away or try to shoot back with the pistol. It's really annoying. Now from that position, it's much easier to be certain about killing both guys in the window, and that's the trigger for the next sequence to start, which involves flying a helicopter and camera speeding to the door. Now, an interesting spot is if we get to the door too early, Gamarov will be standing there until we move away from the door. So we have to wait for him to start running and then run to the door ourselves and stand in front of it. So he pushes us forward when he opens the door. Clear out a lot of boss again. Nothing interesting. A lot of noob tubing action. Once it's clear, I have to kill those guys below there. Don't want to waste a grenade because I don't have many of them left, and I'm gonna need at least one to put into that ceiling once someone appears there. And once I do this, the next sequence is triggered. Only guys who run in the rooftop are viable, are needed to be killed for the next sequence. No one else is. My first run, I didn't know that, and I went over 30 minutes on this level. It wasn't fun. Okay, let's move a little bit back so Gas has some room to put Kamarov down, and switch to the sniper rifle because we won't be shooting too much, but we will be running. We need to run as fast as we can. Jumping. Now this spot is a little dangerous if the bots decide to screw the run up and melee you. But not this time. Not this time, luckily. Get to the door. Most of the bots down there despawn instantly. The rest we kill ourselves or Gas and Price kill them. And once we get to a certain point on the level, our bots start shooting and moving really fast. Shooting really accurate. This is done because no one wants to hold the player long before, well, while the bots are cleaning their way through the level. So when you reach a certain point, any hostile forces behind you are either despawned or killed by your friendly bots very quickly. Now don't be scared, I don't see much as well. I'm just running on my memory right now. I've memorized the level pretty well. I killed the guy behind the door. Yeah, the door's open, so I did it. I just have to wait for Price and Gas. After that we can go to the chopper. Here's Gas. And here's Price. Once the dialogue is triggered, we can go. You gotta be real careful not to get squashed by the helicopter. If you stand right below it, it will kill you. Now what's really interesting is if the helicopter is moving, even if you don't see it, but it's still moving. It will kill you even if you get close enough to it. So if you, for example, get close to the wheel, it's going to squash you and kill you. And you'll have to replay the level from the checkpoint. Spam F and jump to get into the helicopter, and this way Blackout is finished. We're starting on the American campaign. Navy SEALs for the win. Charlie Don't Surf. Another movie reference. Apocalypse Now, anyone? So we're not given a noob tube on this level, but we're going to pick one up ourselves a little bit later. Right now, I'm just gonna run with the pistol. M9, aka Beretta 92, is not a bad choice. Now, what pistol I really don't love having in my hands is M1911. Only 7 bullets in a clip, terrible accuracy, and mediocre damage. M9 at least has the courtesy to have 15 ammo in the magazine. 15 is enough, 7 isn't. Oh, and the reload time, of course. M9 reloads faster than 1911. Okay. Start running. Gotta get to the door first before the bots. Shoot through the door to clear any hostiles that are waiting around inside the door. But we have to stay on this platform so the bots actually start reaching the door. If you move too far away, it's not gonna work. We can face the charge, no big damage, almost no damage at all actually. Now the usual strategy is to kill anyone who's standing in your way, but don't waste ammo and time for killing anyone else. Whew, that was lucky. That grenade could have exploded right below my legs. That happens as well. You just strafe jumping, not hurting anyone, and then a grenade with 1 second left on the fuse. Oops. Okay, gotta reach this point, so everyone on the level despawns, and now we're going for the weapons of choice. W1200 is a good shotgun. I like shotguns. They're fast and they're efficient, and going to get ourselves a noob tube. GP25 this time, an AK-47 attached to it, so not a bad gun either. So I'm not a big fan of AK-47s because they're not as accurate as the M4. Also, the M4 has a sight. Usually, I like sights. Red dots, of course. Hate ASOGs. Who loves ASOGs? Who needs ASOGs? Those are way too unbalanced. Whoops, wrong game. Think about Siege again. Anyway. Bots are stacking up. Gonna use 1200 for the first part. I'm just gonna noob tube anyone who's gonna be inside the actual office cubicles. I almost missed that, but the bot still died. That's how good the shotgun is. So the bots here spawn from several different locations, and by denying at least one of them, we can skip a good part of the fighting. Now what's bad here is the remaining 2 grenades did not explode. This sometimes happens. It's not a good thing, but something you have to deal with. I put 2 claymores on the 2 other spawn points. We took too long to do so, so we did not deny one of the 2 spawn points. Just gonna have to clear out the bots by hand. Shotguns can double kill. Yeah, it's clear. Finally. And now we're just walking to the end of the level. Now, we also have an individual level strategy for Charlie Don't Surf. It involves a lot of jumping. It involves an actual rocket jump with an RPG-7. And some bouncing. If any of you played one of the first Halos, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, if I recall that correctly, it had a weird bug that launches you up in the air if you jump on a gap between textures. And that pixel where two different textures merge. Now, Call of Duty has something of a similar. If you jump at a specific point, you're actually propelled way up higher, and you get no fall damage from that jump. So those are called bounces. There are a lot of them on multiplayer maps. There are some of them on single-player maps, but the only one we actually found useful right now is Charlie Don't Surf. So what you do is jump above that barbed wire that you've seen in the beginning. Gotta wait for those bots now. Until everyone is positioned, they won't start breaching. So you jump above the barbed wire, then yeah, just let them enter. Not gonna take long. They're only gonna talk right now, so I'm not missing anything here. Yeah, he's not here. Whatever. Good job, intelligence. So, next thing you know, you're going to jump on the fence, then on a rooftop, on that rooftop, then rocket jump to that rooftop, then bounce to this one, and bounce in the window inside that office. If I have the time, I'll show the window. So it's this window. Shoot it out and you jump here. And you go to the end of the level and the door will open itself magically. Now the bog. The worst level in the entire speedrun, solely because it does not have any save points while you're running it. So if I die here, I'm gonna have to replay the level from the start. And that's 6 minutes if I die at the very end, and 3 minutes if I die in the middle of it. Which is, you can figure a lot. Luckily, the estimate I've set allows for 1 death on the bog. In the middle of the bog at least. So it doesn't matter if I die here, but if I don't, then we're pretty certain to be under the estimate. So 2 hours is a lot. My personal best is 150 dead. Also was set on another marathon, so might set another PB here. Vasquez says good job, it's very good, means we did not softlock. When command is saying his line, means we can go forward. Very careful with grenades. Much safer to just run away from them than trying to throw them back. If everything below us is clear, that, or I think, at least I think that this triggers the next sequence. Where 3 tanks roll, we have to shoot them with a javelin. But it is going to take some time for it to trigger. There he is. When you look at him, he instantly gets killed. We pick up the javelin and position ourselves under this arc, so no one on the overpass hits us. because they've got Dragunovs, and Dragunovs are kinda dangerous. They can one-hit red screen you, and that's not good. We cannot stay at Westa's body, because if we do, we have a chance at launching a missile into this balcony. And if we do, it's gonna explode here, it's gonna hit the friendly bots, and we're going to have to replay the mission from the start because friendly fire will not be tolerated. Nice. That's some real nice level design here, Infinity Ward. Anyhow, going through the night market, going to have to wait a little bit at the gates of it, so the cutscene, not the cutscene, but the next sequence actually starts playing. It was once considered a soft lock, but I found a way to delock it, so it's not actually a soft lock. I just have to wait for command to give us a go. Right here. After command starts saying its line, we can go to the CPU, blow it up, move to the end of the level. Gonna place the IR beacon right now. It's gonna be somewhere here, if my memory works alright. Yep, there it is. There it is. Good enough. And now we're just gonna wait for our helicopters to shoot them. The house, then the bots to assemble at the tank and throw some map on the tank. So if you have any more donations, we've got almost 1.5 minutes to read them.
We do. We have a $5 donation from Top May EU saying shoutouts to Bilkik at the Russian restream. And we have a $5 donation from Survivor saying good luck with the run, BK. Looking forward to seeing all Ghillied Up, and good luck from Survivor.
Thanks, Survivor. Yeah, I'm totally not boasting as being a top May EU, but that's a theme for another stream, or private, I guess.
Command, LZ is secure. Bring in the engineers and let's get this tank moving. Roger that. They're on the way. Good work. Out.
Squad, regroup at the tank. Let's go.
Now, what's funny is the helicopters, after shooting up this house, do not despawn the rest of the bots on the level. So if we are not lucky, some bots might remain on this rooftop with RPG or Dragunov and shoot us to red screen. And if we are very unlucky, they're gonna kill us. We'll have to replay the level. Have to get very close to those bots so they start throwing their map. And after they stop, it's level done.
What the bloody hell is that? Incoming missile.
Now 100. The mission with the funkiest softlock of all. I'm definitely going to show this one on the showcase, so stay right until the end of the run and for a little bit afterwards. So we wake up, we'll have a choice of G36, M4 and MP5 as our weapons, and if you were listening, you already know what I am going to choose. That's MP5 because it is an SMG, and even though it doesn't have a reload skip, almost doesn't. If you're reloading it from an empty magazine, it actually has a reload skip for almost half a second. But if the magazine is half full, it does not feature a reload skip. So magazine and empty magazine reloads are different. Gotta be real careful here not to get spotted by the enemy bots, because if we do, it's going to be a little harder to clean them out from the other side of this fence. But it looks like we did not get spotted. We just have to wait for Price to... We did. We did get spotted. God damn it. I'm bad at this game. Okay, so the enemy bots are going to position themselves closer. After we kill almost all of them, Price will finally go up to the door and open it. I think I got the kill on that guy. At least I should have. But the other door is opened. It should be opened by gas. We're waiting for gas now. Okay, that took longer than it should. There has to be a shotgun on one of these bots, I think. Yeah, there it is. Much better than 1911. Now we're going to get a little bit slowed down by the game itself here, but once we get spotted, we get our speed back. That's exactly what we need. Going to jump on top of this door, so we fall down before gas when he opens it, and that's really important. That saves us at least 5 seconds on having to bypass gas, who moves a lot, not even a little, but a lot slower than us. Even without us strafe jumping, just running, he moves slower. Gas is already opening the door. We fell. Oh, come on. He bypassed us, but luckily we were able to bypass him as well. Kill those bots. Catch a flashbang. It's pre-programmed here, so it's pretty alright that we catch it. No bots here anyways. And I wasn't entirely honest when I said about the two things, because there are three things we should be afraid of. The third one is dogs. If any of you played Call of Duty Modern Warfare before, you know how bad dogs are. I mean, a window of opportunity that equals 1 second to throw a dog off you and kill it, that's ridiculous. Not all casual players can handle it. Not even I can handle it sometimes, especially when a dog jumps you out of the blue for no reason. So if we see a dog, we're probably going to shoot a dog first. It's gonna be a place when we let a dog chase us. You'll know it when it comes, and I encourage you to post FrankerZ in the chat when this happens. Going to the final stage of the 100. Let them spot us, so that way we'll be moving faster.
Watch out for the helicopter.
We actually have a velocity meter for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, 2 and 3. But I decided not to show that on the screen because who needs a velocity meter? But it's tied to a recent scandal, Call of Duty community, that involved some people cheating their runs by setting a higher base speed than usual. Luckily, the absolute most of those accusations were proved wrong, but we got the velocity meter, so it's a win-win. Gotta shoot the helicopter. Just don't get soft-locked. I've got a showcase for it. Don't soft-lock. Don't soft-lock. Please don't soft-lock. Just don't soft-lock. That's a good boy. Okay, we're good. No soft lock. Ew.
Captain Price, we've got Stinger missiles in the barn.
Yeah, now the bots are just going to open the door, and we're going to run to the end of the level. Now we're going to have to lay a little bit in the mud for now, until the AC-130 destroys the tanks and other stuff on the bridge. And the next mission is going to be us using the AC-130. Now once the tank gets shot, we can actually start moving, because no one will shoot us after that. Might have to clear those bots out a little bit, but not this time. Just jump to the end level trigger and go to the next mission, Death from Above. TV operator, AC-130, 3 different weapons, 105mm, 40 and 25. I usually use the 40mm, but sometimes you have to do a little bit of more blunt work with 105 or precision work with 25mm cannon. He's talking about this church. Even if we shoot 40 or 105 a little close to the church, we're already gonna lose the mission. Luckily, it does save. And you have to be very thorough in cleaning up those bots, because if I do not, and friendlies, here they are, move forward without me clearing out the entire level, they're going to take their time and clean up the level themselves, instead of loading up inside the vehicles, but that's going to happen a little bit later.
Okay, he's moving again. Roger, guy moving. Direct hit. Tracking. Shot. Direct hit. Nail those guys. Whoa. Light them up.
Okay, so looks like we're going good so far.
Yep, that was right on target.
Now what's funny is command says that we cannot shoot friendlies, but we can shoot pretty close to them. We can even shoot real close 105 at them. They're still going to be fine. You have to either hit a lot of bots with one shell for the mission to fail, or hit one bot repeatedly with shells. Otherwise, they're just gonna shout at me for almost killing our guys there, but they're safe. They're safe. Those spots below, they are actually in God mode right now. They cannot die by any means. Even if they get thrown 1,000 grenades at them, they're still going to survive.
Roger, guy moving. Alright, you got the guy. I might have been within 2 feet of him. That's a hit. Hot damn!
Okay, looks like I did not clean up someone. You can see some friendly bots are shooting behind them. Looks like they're shooting there, behind that house. Now, whatever, shut up. It's gonna do one sweep, just in case. Get those two. Yeah, those are friendlies. Those are civilians. Funnily enough, the developers dressed the civilians in the same clothing as usual enemies. And if you have not cleaned up the entire level before that, your guys, your operators, will shout that someone is running. And if you do not think, if you just act on reflexes, you can see a running figure that looks something like an enemy. See, he even is armed with something. You're just gonna shoot them, but they're civilians, you cannot shoot them. You'll have to replay the game from the save, because you cannot shoot civilians. We're in the middle of a civil war, but you cannot shoot civilians. I mean, who's counting them? Who's keeping track of them? What's one casualty? Anyhow, all of the friendly bots have loaded into the cars real quick. That's very good. Once we're going good, we're going to get below 9 minutes on this level, which is actually great. Now keep in mind that the timer at the bottom of the screen does not represent the actual time on this level, because they only start counting after the go is given. So it's almost 30 seconds late. It shows 4:40 for me right now, but it's actually over 5 minutes on the level right now.
Kaboom. That's it. Okay, you got him. Get back on the other guys. You got him.
Of course, no RPGs are going to
You're shooting at friendlies. Watch
hit the jeeps,
those are our
and of course no RPGs are going to hit us.
Yeah, good kill. See lots of little pieces.
I mean, even in Modern Warfare 2 it took 3 Stinger rockets to shoot down an AC-130, so we're safe. They just don't have enough rockets to shoot us down.
Set scan range.
We're getting to the final stage of the level,
Recalibrate out of the sweep angle.
the
Elevation scan.
vehicle graveyard. It was huge back in the day, back when I played arcade mode. I used to get almost 100,000 points here, and that's a lot,
Personnel marked by a flashing strobe.
because every exploded vehicle will give you some points. That's a lot of vehicles, but right now, during a speedrun, I do not want to hit the vehicles, because each and every exploded vehicle is a smoke screen of itself. You can see that right now. There was a vehicle there, it just sets up a smoke screen, and I cannot see the enemies behind it, so I'm gonna have to shoot there based on my clues. Based on the audio clues, someone, my team is saying that someone is running. I don't see anyone else, or just by plain luck. If there is someone, they're going to get killed. If there's no one, I just wasted a bunch of ammo. But hey, considering the American budget on explosives and military, they're not gonna feel a few missed rounds.
Get back on those guys.
It's not like anyone's counting them anyways.
You got him. Good kill, good kill. Right there, tracking.
Keep shooting.
Wildfire, we've reached the LZ, but we're taking fire from all sides. Request fire support on all sides of the LZ.
Yeah, of course, from all sides. Sure. Clean the guys up as they're running out off and away from their covers. They're taking fire from all sides.
Tracking. We got a vehicle.
Totally believe that.
Personnel right there.
We just have to wait for friendly Sea Knights to land and our bots to load up on them. Do we have any more donations right now?
Nothing in at the moment, but I do want to take this time to just mention something that the Movember Foundation are doing.
Close to the friendlies. Watch for those IR strobes.
They are looking to stop men dying too young. Men experience worse longer-term health than women, and they die on average 6 years earlier. Prostate cancer rates will double in the next 15 years. Testicular cancer rates have already doubled in the last 50 years. And 3/4 of suicides are men. Poor mental health leads to 500,000 men taking their own lives every year. That's one man every minute. The Movember Foundation are working hard to fund both research into these areas and support networks for undergoing treatment. Thank you everybody for your donations to this amazing charity.
Roger that. Returning to base.
Friendly helicopters are taking off. We're very close to the end of this level. This close. And back to the American campaign. Now, Warpig is a pretty straightforward level. We just have to jump to the end of it, then wait for our Abrams tank and load ourselves up in the helicopter. Nothing hard. One of the easiest level in the entire run. Gotta clean up these buildings because they have a lot of enemies in them, and the more enemies are in the buildings, the slower our bots are advancing. And we want the friendlies with Lieutenant Vasquez to advance as fast as they can.
Clear. We're gonna get some rounds into those buildings. Gunner, two-story building at 1 o'clock. Ground floor. Target fire.
Oh, that's the first death. Unlucky. So we got saved. So it's really good. If that was on bog, that would have been bad. But here, that's a 30-second loss, something like that. Not an issue.
Watch the silhouettes on the rooftop. Marines staying clear. We're gonna get some rounds into those buildings.
Yes, this is exactly how enemies chase you with the melee.
Target fire. Gunner, two-story building at 1
Let's get to the second floor, clear it out as well.
fire.
And it's clear. Almost.
Two-story building, 11 o'clock, second floor. Target acquired. Pin down from here. Bravo. Head up back and flank from the right.
Gotta be real careful with the burning cars. They hit almost as hard as the grenades. And as I've already told you, grenades are bad. So I'm just gonna try and blow up as many as I can. So they burn away somewhere else and don't blow up in my face. Okay, so our tank is already on the radar, which is good. It's moving close. Killed the guy in the bus. No one left behind. In the bad sense of the term.
We clear to, are we clear to advance, over?
Yes, you are, boys. Now those guys don't mean anything. Because when we clear out a wave, more will spawn there. We're gonna run up. We're going to get shot. We're waiting for those guys in the Ambrams.
Taking the shot.
I'm just gonna shoot a few more people. So I like shooting people. After the tank explodes, we can jump down, wait for our helicopter.
Nice shooting work, Jake. Lots of secondaries. Now let's get the hell out of here.
And we're getting to a close of the first act and close of the American campaign as it is.
Are we there yet?
The rest of
Platoon is moving to rendezvous near your
the run is going to be done by the hands of Soap, except for 2 missions in Chernobyl. And those missions are the entire best. By some people consider them the entire best missions in the whole series, the whole 15 games of Call of Duty. I personally like the Chernobyl missions as well, except for one part when you have to crawl near the BTRs and tanks, but we're skipping that. But no spoilers, you're going to see that in your own eyes. Come on, land already. It's not that hard. How hard can it be to land a helicopter? Get inside, mission ends. Shock and awe. Now, little do you know, but you can actually change the FOV even if you're sitting behind the turret. You could change the FOV while flying and shooting in an AC-130. It looks real funky when you do it. So let me just adjust it to the most that the game allows you, which is 160 degrees. It's gonna look like this. It's real strange. So now I have to shoot someone, so let's get back to our usual 90. Now we want to be very thorough in cleaning up the rooftops, because if you're unlucky or if you're playing on veteran, the bots with the RPGs will shoot you. 2 RPG hits are enough to get killed. Shoot this one, big explosion. But it looks better on remastered, but I haven't been able to play Modern Warfare Remastered yet. Just don't have the hardware to do it. But that's a whole different story. So at this point we're just flying around, blowing up stuff. Shooting an automatic grenade launcher. This fountain does not blow up. Look at the statue. Look at the statue. Boom! Down it goes. Goodbye, Lenin. Although it's not Lenin, it's what, Imran Zakayev, I guess? I'm not sure. Haven't been able to recognize the face. But who cares? It's just fun blowing it up. Not necessary to shoot that balcony, but I want to help our guys.
Hello, this is Deadly. Returning to base to refit and refuel. You're on your own for now, 2-5.
Yeah, I'm playing on the lowest graphics settings possible, because the more FPS I have, the better. If I get an FPS drop, it's really bad, because it usually screws up the strafe jumping sequence. And everyone else running Call of Duty seriously strafe jumps in chains, left and right and left and right and so on and so forth, unless you have to turn somewhere. You jump left, 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 stuff like that. Like I do right now. Okay, this sequence is a little hard, because the bots can melee you, but we're doing fine so far. Okay, the hardest part is complete. Now we just have to return to the shopper. It's pretty easy. Jump in between the bots. Jump in between the bots. Ah. Whew. Okay, then we have to go back now. Don't lose any time by hiding in the house, though, because we are still waiting for those guys. And only after they arrive, our friendly helicopter lands. We have to get inside of it, so it takes a lot of time.
Go, go!
Come on, you lazy ass. Yeah, this one can land on your head as well, so you have to be careful with it.
SEAL Team 6 has located a possible nuclear device at Al-Assad's palace to the west. DAS teams are on the way. Until the device is verified safe, all forces are to fall back to the east. Over.
We're hit! I'm off the tail loader! Mayday! This is Deadly going it hard! We're going down. We have a Cobra down. I repeat, we have a Cobra down.
You can see this level, or at least this part of it, was inspired majorly by the Black Hawk Down 2001, director Ridley Scott, and it's actually an awesome war movie. I suggest anyone interested in watching a war movie to watch the Black Hawk Down. So the MP5 fire from the cabin, and the injured leg of the pilot, and the way of falling, and the dialogue, everything resembles Black Hawk Down. We just didn't lose a Black Hawk, we lost an Apache here. So don't have any Black Hawks here. Either Sea Knights or Apaches. Or at least I think that's an Apache. The animation is a little bit different than Modern Warfare Remastered. don't suggest that the leg is injured. It does here. It only does this actually because it's the same animation with the Expendable exfiltration, where Macmillan, the guy you have to carry his leg, the guy that you have to carry, well, his leg is injured. And right now you're going to see exactly how OP grenades are in Modern Warfare. You throw 4 grenades, and this happens. This is an accurate representation of a grenade's power in Modern Warfare series. You can spam F in the chat. And well, this is actually listed as an entirely different level called Aftermath. It was initially thought of and designed as an actual separate level when you have to try and exfiltrate from a radiation-filled city. You're actually running around with a gun, killing someone, but in the last time it was cut and swapped for just this sequence. So look at it. You have to walk closer to the sign. When we walk to the edge of the level ends. Now if we don't walk to the edge of the level, then a dialogue plays, and after that the level ends. So that's it with Act 1. Now the game is going to be a lot more interesting to run. The whole speedrun is Act 2 and Act 3. All the glitches are contained in Act 2 and Act 3. So Safehouse. Safehouse. 2 minutes on Safehouse. It's a golden time for anyone. What are we usually doing here in a casual run is check the houses to see if Al-Assad is hiding there. But in a speedrun, we're just going to run to the farthest, to the house far away with the barn, and then the friendly bots will pinpoint the location of Al-Assad. I am not sure why this happens, but my idea of that is that the 2 houses that you check last are actually the barn house and that house, where Al-Assad is going to be hiding right now. And once we go close enough to the barn house to check it, there are no enemy bots there, so we don't have to clean them out. The game automatically makes this last house the actual hiding house for Al-Assad. Captain Price goes here very quickly. He's the only one needed for the cutscene to trigger. And there he is. We got him.
Why'd you do it? Where did you get
This glitch is retained in Modern Warfare Remastered. So I like Safehouse.
Who? Give me a name. A name. I want his name.
A little bit on interrogation sequence. For those of you too soft, turn away from the screen. It's too late to turn away from the screen as the torture is essentially finished right now. He's just gonna shoot him. But, you know, trigger warning. Shooting people in the face. Anywho, we're going to the Chernobyl levels. The entire best levels in the whole series, and the level that introduces us to Out of Bounds. All Ghillied Up. So prior to running this game, I've made 2 binds for my mouse wheel.
Too much radiation. We'll have to go ahead.
One of it moves me a pixel to the left, the other one a pixel to the right, because the OOB sequence that I'm going to do here
Absorb too much, you're a dead man.
relies on a pixel perfect precision. We're just gonna
They're on to us. Open fire.
Whew,
Get very
that was
caught
close.
trying to shoot our way out of every situation.
And we need this barn right here. Now notice that it has a roof that is slightly different from the wall, and it actually is a little bit far from the wall,
Let's go.
so if we duck we can go a little bit closer to the wall. Now what I'm going to do here is a, what do we call it? I think we call it a boost. Now we need to face the wall under a certain angle. I usually use the compass to do it. Need to watch to look at a little bit right of southwest, and we need to position ourselves in a manner so the character model, when I try to stand up, will be right
Move out.
below the edge of the rooftop. Right here. So the game doesn't know what to do. I can't stand there because, well, it's a rooftop and I'm not too close to the wall.
Let's go.
But I cannot stand there because the collisions are gonna screw up. I'm gonna be stuck in the roof. So what the game does, it places me on top of the rooftop. That way we go out of bounds, then walk around the pool of radiation, so we retain the speed, we go fast, and we go directly to the end of the level. Now, so some of you remember, there are some containers up there in front of us, and it's Macmillan who opens them. So we had to find a strafe jump that places you on top of those containers so you can jump on top of them and go above them rather than going directly inside them. Okay, I messed that up. Let's try it again. Okay, that was good. That was good, and that right here was entirely messed up, so I have to go all the way back and redo this again. You could notice the closed doors and the container exit. Have to jump on top of this one, jump down there. Now the bad news is, if you get close to the door, you trigger the spawn of the enemy bots, so I'm gonna have to be very careful right here. This is not going as planned. There are a lot of dogs here. So I need to wait out the red screen. And after that, I can move forward. My luck, the bots are shooting real bad. Let's get behind the wall so they can't shoot us. Now we can move to the end of the level. So usually you just cross the field while it's empty, but hey, it's a marathon. It's a marathon block, it's a marathon showcase. So why not try to run through a field full of enemies? And this is where we let the dog chase us, because it's easy to run away from it. And it's not required to kill it. Might be a little dangerous to kill it right now, because if you remember, killing the dog while playing casually spawns a ton of other dogs, and I don't want to risk it. So Franker Z in the chat, we're running away from it. Beta should be proud. So that's it with all Ghillied Up.
The meeting is underway. Enemy
Now,
sighted
one shot, one kill. wait for Zakayev.
You can compensate for it, or you can wait it out. But he might leave before it dies down. That's your call.
Weapons trade is
What I taught you.
happening.
Keep in mind variable humidity and wind
If you're
flow.
playing remastered, this car will not be empty.
You also have to take the Coriolis effect into account.
Vladimir Makarov will be sitting behind the driver's wheel, and Yuri will be sitting in the far seat, the rear seat. If you shoot Makarov, you will get a time paradox achievement. Okay, third shot, but I got this. Gives me enough time frame to kill him, even if I miss the first shot. So we're good, we're good.
It's time to move.
Getting out of the hotel.
We'll have to take a shortcut. Follow my lead.
Threat screen is okay. It's not a big deal, as we're not going to face any enemies right here. No, there's no one to shoot us.
Alpha 6, we have been compromised. I repeat, we have been compromised. Now heading to extraction point 4.
Gotta go between those buses, because that makes Macmillan go real fast. Faster than usual, at least. Go to this door, so Macmillan doesn't stop too much to kill enemies. And there he comes. There he comes. He does that cool move with the car hood. Doesn't stop to kill any enemies, which is good. And we keep running. Gonna use the USB from now on, at least for the next minute, until we need to shoot the helicopter. Good boy. Let's clean up this batch of enemies. Next, they're going to appear right here.
Door behind us.
And next thing you know, we're shooting a helicopter with an M21.
Incoming helicopter.
7.62mm full metal jacket.
Shoot the helicopter.
That's enough to shoot the helicopter. But if right here it is pre-programmed, and you can even abstain from shooting the helicopter, let Macmillan kill it. In Modern Warfare 2 you can actually shoot down a helicopter with a machine gun fire. Look at this fence right now.
I can't move.
Just
If we
slides
you'll have to find
below
to put me
the
down
ground.
so I can cover you.
It's funny. It was never intended to be seen by anyone, because at FOV 65 you do not see it, but FOV 90 you can see it perfectly. And now we're just going to have to carry Macmillan all the way to the Ferris wheel. Not going to stop for anything, we do not need to stop for anything, and the only dangerous part is going to be inside this house, where when more dogs are going to attack us.
Put me in a good spot to cover you.
If we are not lucky, they're going to bite us in the ass numerous times,
Enemy troops.
and that's when we die.
Spot where I can cover you.
If not, if we are lucky, we're just going to either run away from dogs, or every second bite from the dog will be a miss, and it will be enough for the health to replenish. Okay, we're not lucky. The dogs are actually blocking us, so let's move a little bit away.
Troops approaching. Find a spot where I can cover you. Put me down.
So I'm just gonna keep strafing here, so dogs miss.
On the other side of that building.
They tend to miss more when I'm strafing left and right, because they only have 8 angles to attack. Straightforward, 45, 285, and stuff like that. So they're really bad at turning, and I can dodge the dog's attack by strafing
Closing in. Put me in a good spot where I can cover you.
away from it. Those guys attack us, but the delay between the shots and the missed shots are enough for the health to replenish. Gotta carry Macmillan right to the place he's going to be positioned for the next 3 minutes. Right here. The grass is a little bit brightish here, so you can't miss it. I'm just gonna lay down and plant claymores. Lots of claymores. So when we are out of claymores, and if we are lying down, Macmillan is going to signal the helicopter much quicker than if with than his 30 seconds that he gives us. 30 seconds, but we are out of claymores and we're lying down. For the game, this means that we've taken position, so he activates the beacons right now, which is very good. Let's get ourselves somewhere here. If we have any more donations to read, now is the perfect time, because nothing interesting is going to happen in the next 2 minutes at least.
We do. We have a $10 donation from Linkboss saying, "Hello there, first time viewer on ESA Movember. Long time runner, donating to see the Knuckles and Knuckles run. Speed the frames, save the..." Oh no.
Tango down. Got another.
I'm just killing people here. This mission right here is time locked, so just waiting for our helicopter. Look at the compass below to see how much time is left. When the number is 22, excuse me, 100 meters away for the helicopter, it is actually going to spawn at the edge of the map. Right now it's just a timer, it's just a number, it does not show the actual distance of the chopper. And that's when we run to pick up Macmillan. More choppers arrive. You cannot shoot everyone who's going down from the chopper, but you can at least make a dent in their numbers. So that's gonna be good for you. It actually doesn't matter if you kill anyone at all. Macmillan is very good at shooting and is well stocked up on ammo, so he's able to kill everyone all by himself. But just like I've said, I just like shooting people. Don't tell that to GDQ admins, or they're never going to take me for a GDQ run. We're getting close to the timer. Shoot the landmines.
While we're waiting for your chopper, we've got a few more bid wars that are coming through.
Go for it.
Currently we have the Sonic Mania Plus and Knuckles mode. It is currently at $70 out of $150. So if you want to see Knuckles tagging along with the player character, you can donate for that. However, if you are a fan of ukulele, we do have the Pants Tonic. The runner will take the Pants Tonic. It is also at $70 out of $150. And then later on this evening with Super Mario Bros. 2 any percent, we have the Save or Kill the Beard incentive. Currently, Save the Beard is winning with $69, but Kill the Beard is right behind with $60. So if you are donating to the marathon, remember and put your value to these bid wars.
And the chopper's finally here. If not for a grenade, would be able to bypass the bots that are exiting the chopper. It's pretty hard to do because you have to time it perfectly, so you don't get bumped by the bots that are exiting the chopper. You can get bumped away from the chopper by them. And you can get crushed by the chopper if you start moving in too early. Even if you are already close enough and the heli is already looking static, it still will kill you. But we're out of here now. Off to the heat.
Ignore that load of bollocks. Their
Counterattack is imminent.
spread out and cover the southern approach. Sir,
Gotta get close to the fence.
just say when.
And after our first grenade blows up, the mission is going to start. So we're just going to shoot a few more people. I believe this section is timed as well. I don't see how it is kill count related. But in order to not get killed ourselves, we are going to shoot people. Who would have figured shooting people in a Call of Duty game? But hey, that's why I love Call of Duty. Or at least that's why I love Call of Duty. Maybe someone loves it for the loot boxes or the pink weapon skins. I personally know a man who in Rainbow Six Siege put all of his weapons in a pink skin. High white light. Okay, so when the smoke screen pops, we can start moving towards the chopper minigun.
They're targeting our position with mortars. It's time to fall back. Right, so get to the minigun and cover the western flank. Go. 240 back.
We need to wait for the next game save. After that, we can move straight to the tavern without killing anyone who appears from behind the smoke screen or anyone who lands from the chopper or the choppers themselves. So we're just waiting here until the detonators appear. Game is saved again. Still waiting. Still waiting. Yeah, it takes quite a bit of time for the detonators to appear.
Target eliminated.
So enemy helicopters are going to spawn sometime at this moment. At least that's what they should do. Right behind that forest. Unless something gone wrong and I got softlocked without knowing it. So that would be a whole new softlock actually. Nothing I've done before. Come on game, you've got to be kidding me. Can't be that bad. Let's get behind the minigun just in case. Okay, finally, here they come. Where the hell were they? That's weird. Never happened before. Just like you see it on any other marathon. Okay, so the choppers are finally here, so the detonators are going to appear sometime right now. Yes, finally. Gotta blow up this one first, so our bots don't run over it when I'm blowing up, which would happen if I've gone 1, 2, this one is 2, 3, 4. So the bots are far away now. And now we just have to get to the barns, stinger some tanks, and get back to the lake. Friendly helicopters cannot land at the farm. Because reasons, because ZPUs in the mountains, although there are no ZPUs and no mountains on this level. I mean, seriously, there's nothing bad behind those cliffs. Just, you know, pitch black. Not even cats inside cliffs, like we've seen it on the valley. There's just nothing. Okay, for some reason, sometimes Stingers will not kill tanks, so I'm going to take my time for a little bit to confirm that the last tank had been killed. There it is. Okay, good. And now we can run back to the lake. If you run back to the lake without killing the tanks, you'll get red screen right here and killed a little bit after by either another tank shell hitting you or one of the enemy bots just shooting you. Because when you're red screened because of a tank, you have real low HP and one shot can end you alive. We're already here. You can see the invisible wall around the place where friendly bots are going to exit the helicopter. So I can already tell it's going to stop right here. Here it comes. And just like I said, right here. So we cannot enter the helicopter the way we did on one shot, one kill. Look at the radar. Notice our friendly bots being far away. Once we land our ass inside the chopper, they get teleported here. So they're pretty safe. They've got teleport tech. It's Quake engine, allows for teleporters on a daily basis. I'm out of tea. Yeah, whatever. It's only a little bit of the run left. We're getting real close to the end. One mission in Act 2, then Act 3, and we're done. Oh, and of course, the soft lock showcase. Stay tuned. Sins of the Father. Another level with a soft lock. And this soft lock is the easiest to catch if you're speedrunning. Now, to avoid the soft lock at the end of the level, you either have to be very, very fast or go slowly and casually. There are no half measures to this. Only a full measure. Okay, we'll need an RPD, and guess I'll take the MP5, but there's also Scorpion, but I don't really like Scorpion because it doesn't feature a reload skip as well. Neither with a half full magazine or an empty magazine. MP5 is at least reload skips with an empty magazine.
Man, you look like a clown in that outfit. Good thing you're up here, because you look nothing like a Russian.
There's a black guy. I mean, come on. If someone did not know, there are virtually 0 black guys in Russia. I mean, it's snowing outside. People need to hide in the snow while hunting the lions. Though there are no lions in Russian. Only elephants. Joking. Anyhow, we need to wait for the convoy to stop, and only after that we can start shooting. Don't need to wait for the prices command. Okay, the car stopped. We can shoot now. Don't need to shoot anyone else besides the passenger in Victor's vehicle. Just gonna hide a little bit and then crush us down.
We got company, sir. Enemy reinforcements to the south.
Okay, so this little cutscene is unskippable. It does not go faster. There's no way to flash yourself. The stun from the flashbang usually overrides the stun from any cutscenes that you have. When it ends, and the cutscenes go a little quicker, but not here, not in Modern Warfare 1. Safehouse usually runs faster than you sprint, but since we are strafe jumping, and strafe jumping is quicker than sprinting, we can actually catch up with Safehouse. And we got meleeed. Just like I said, no red screen, but we still got killed by a melee attack. Let's catch up to Safehouse again. It's just fun to do. He's gonna run straight forward. We're going to take a turn here. So we need to take the turn. Gotta clean those guys up. Okay, we're not going to wait for a helicopter to take out this machine gun nest. We're going to do it ourselves. That's why we need the RPD. And this, what we just done, is the sole reason for the soft lock that is going to happen later. Is going to because it's one of the soft locks I am going to showcase naturally. It's quite funny actually. Ah, come on! Stop blocking me, please. Wow, that's a faraway save. The game usually saves you inside the house somewhere. So it's very unusual that this happened. So one of the reasons I'm never going to run a veteran difficulty Modern Warfare, at least veteran Modern Warfare 1, is because the bots cheat. You can notice it for a little bit right now. I was chaining the shots of the RPD, not shooting in a single burst. But exactly at the moment I pull the trigger, the enemy bot pulls the trigger. And screws up my aim, and I miss the shot. And this happens all the time on veteran. So it's virtually impossible to run veteran, honestly. Okay, we need to save the game right here in order to avoid the soft lock. It should be okay for us. Let's get close. Yes, we're good. We're good. If we get close to Zakhaev, he will shoot himself without the cutscene ending and bots saying their lines. So that's what we need to do. All the enemy bots are despawned instantly. Except those guys. And that's it for Act 2. Now Act 3. Where nuclear missiles are launched and people die. First thing, we're going to rescue Griggs. Just blow up this car. Funnily enough, it does not blow up if you throw a grenade on it or if you noob tube it. It only blows up if you shoot it. Which is kinda weird, but I can understand the reasons behind the decision. Developers did not want the car to be blown up like this. So they figured that if someone grenades the car, just let it slide. No one's gonna shoot that car, right? Well, I'm proving them wrong. I'm shooting the car. Now we wait for the bots again. They move real slowly here. Trying to stealth our way through this one. Come on, guys. Come on. It's taking you too long. Okay, we cannot bypass Price here while he's opening the door. For some reason, Price always has higher priority than we do. Should not inside those doors, just in case someone shows up from there, but no one will show up from there. Not anymore, and not anymore because I killed those two guys silently, without them firing a single shot. Regroup with Price, let him open the door. Again, we cannot bypass Price. He opens the door and walks out first. Going to plant a claymore here. And here. Because this spot, the dogs spawn, and that spot, usual enemies spawn. It's very dark in here, so if someone is left alive after the claymore explosion, I will not know it, unless they shoot at me. The only clue I will have is bots not advancing. But everyone died from the explosion, that's very good. Now just wait. Женевская конвенция. Очень хорошая идея. Says as the guy behind the door. The Geneva Convention is a nice idea. Waiting for the bots to breach. They won't start breaching until Griggs says his dialogue lines. Cut them loose. And go. Now we need to get to the electrical tower before we are ordered to put C4 in it, so we can start putting C4 in it exactly at the moment we get it ordered, not 5 seconds after, or whatever seconds after. Gotta get far away from it, because if we blow it up here somewhere, the C4 explosion is going to kill us. This happened on the rerun marathon back in May. So I'm learning from my mistakes. I will not repeat my mistakes again. Have to wait a little bit more. Do I have any donations?
Okay, we're through. Bravo 6 will wait for you at the rally point. Out.
Roger, Team 2. We're on our way. Out. Get that fence up.
Okay, it doesn't look like we've got any more donations right now. We're going to have a little time for the donations a little bit later, when we're going to be racing on an UAZ. It's gonna be fun. But right now, we're committing to the run. Griggs always goes first. We of course go ahead of him by straight jumping, and now we just need to get to the end of the level. Now this level had soft locked for me only once, and I haven't been able to replicate the lock again, so it's not going to the showcase reel, but I'm just going to describe it. At some point, one of the friendly bots gets lost on the level. In the end level, cutscene does not activate. So Price and one of the American sniper team's lieutenants is just standing there, looking at each other, and nothing happens. Yeah, no, one of those two guys. They just shot the dog, but the dog's still alive. Gotta reach the door, so most of the enemies behind the spawn. Some of them will remain though. But what's more important, the friendly bots will advance much quicker.
Enemy troops to the southwest. Target neutralized.
Bravo 6.
Okay, here's Kriegs.
Coming out of the tree line to the south.
There are the snipers.
It's one of the American sniper team.
Yeah, the last time Scully didn't come, so Price just stood there like this, and nothing happened. Take a look at those beautiful rockets. Dr. Strangelove, anyone?
Roger, Bravo 6. Our satellites are tracking them now. Get your
Anyhow, once Captain Price reaches the fence and says his dialogue, the level is over.
Roger that. It's on now, Captain.
We're only 3 levels away.
Bravo 6, we're still working with the Russians to get the
All in is a very straightforward level.
Keep moving.
Should not take me more than 3 minutes to complete. To get to the end of the level, we just need to shoot 2 BTRs and make them explode by any way possible, and there's a lot of ways possible for it to happen. The speedrun method of choice is, of course, shooting them with a rocket launcher.
This is command. Give me a sit rep. Over.
But just like I said, there are lots of different levels, different ways to destroy the BTRs. You can attach C4 to them. You can shoot them up close with an RPG. Or, if I recall that correctly, you can even throw air support at them. So we're going to call some friendly air support. They're going to kill the BTRs themselves. Or you can feed them to the bots, but it's going to take a long time to complete. Now, if anyone in the chat is willing to make a pacifist run of Call of Duty, pacifist Call of Duty, go ahead and try feeding the BTRs to the bots. I wonder how much time it is going to take you. Bots are cutting through to the air ducts, but between them cutting it open and us rappelling down, some like 15 seconds are going to pass. So Price goes down first, then gas, only then soap can go down as well. We're just going to spam F. Finally. And that's it for all in. Now the penultimate level. No fighting in the war room. We bypass creeks as fast as we can, right in the beginning of the level. And you can actually bypass Captain Price as well here, if you're lucky enough. We're not. He moves a little bit slower than us, so we're going to take a turn here, where the air duct actually makes a turn and get down before Price. Going to go ahead. A very unlucky tube grenade, only killing one man. Should have been a triple frag there.
You have 15 minutes before those missiles reach the eastern seaboard. Over.
Jump down the stairs, reload everything you have. Yeah, unlucky. And look at where this guy ran away. That's what I meant when I said the bots can chase you with a melee hit. By chasing, I mean really chasing. They can run half the level after you, just trying to melee you. It's a very weird thing, and it's always very frustrating when it happens. Because you'd figure the developers have thought some way to avoid that. To avoid the bots running after you. Now another funky thing can happen here. Not this one. Yeah, it's not an easy level to run. There's lots of enemies here. And the despawning mechanic is really wonky. It does not always kill all of the enemy bots. And I've said that before. So the wonky thing that can happen, not exactly a soft lock, as you can de-lock it, but if some trigger does not work and does not complete itself, either Griggs or Price get frozen right there in the beginning of the corridor. I am not sure how did this happen once to me. I don't know how to replicate it. I haven't been able to replicate it, but they get defrozen if you shoot them. So just putting a bullet in them defreezes them and makes them run inside. Either or both. And even despite the countdown being initiated and the rockets being launched, the game will wait for the bots to assemble and to get behind the door, for the door to close and the rockets to launch. So good guys rocket base stuff. They wait for everyone to clear safe of the rockets. Put those two grenades just to clear out the unreachable guys. Clear out the rest of the level. At least for now. I just have to breach through the wall. 13 minutes left. Good stuff. Lost some time due to the dying, which is not good. You can blow them up when you get to those crates. That way the C4 explosion will not kill you. We just need to clear out this booth right here. If they do die, that's why I hate the pistols. Because you could obviously see me putting at least 2 shots in the guy, and him not dying, but not even getting staggered. Uploading abort codes.
Stand by for confirmation.
There's a copy of those abort codes in Soap's journal that was released as part of...
06, all warheads have been confirmed destroyed in flight.
Yes, they are destroyed in flight as part of Modern Warfare 3 Collector's Edition. And I've taken a look at those, and there are 20 symbols that are really far apart on the keyboard. And Soap claims not knowing any symbols of the Cyrillic. So I am not sure how actually he was able to complete the abort codes uploading this fast, but that's really impressive. If those are the guys they're taking to SAS, I'm not getting the British Special Services anytime in my life. I'm not that good. Martyrdom. Threw a grenade before he died. Not dying in the first place was already bad enough for him.
This is Gaz. We're taking some fire up here at the vehicle depot. Where the hell are you guys?
Way close. Way close. Just need to clear out the last room. That's gonna be it for no fighting in the war room. The level name is, of course, another movie reference. Dr. Strangelove. Stanley Kubrick. Any Kubrick fans in the chat? Ah, come on! There was no one behind the Jeep. Man. I'm dying too much in this level. Although we totally are making the estimate. Also gotta be careful with the red barrels. Those hit very hard, almost as hard as your grenades do.
Alright, get in the trucks. Let's go. You heard
And we're clear. off to the last level. Are riding the UAZs. So at this point, it's just not a scroller level.
Enemy truck, 6 o'clock.
You just have to shoot anyone who shows his head from inside one of the trucks. And nothing interesting, nothing worth explaining is going to happen in the next 2 minutes. So if we have any donations to read, now's the time.
No donations in at the moment. Come on, everybody. We need to get as much as we can for the Movember Foundation.
Let's at least get it to $5,000. We can make 5,000, right?
I certainly hope so. Let's see how high we can make it. This is the first time we've done Movember a Movember marathon. But just so you know, the Movember Foundation, they are helping men to stop dying from too young. Specifically, they're focusing on mental health, as poor mental health affects men and boys of all ages across the community, and it means they can't live their lives to the fullest. Connecting with friends and family helps protect them from poor mental health and suicide when times become tough, but often men feel that they can't share their problems. To give them the best chance at a happier, healthier and longer life, the Movember Foundation is helping develop better strategies so that they have the support they need to address their mental problems rather than trying to go it alone.
Okay, so somewhere at this moment we are going to be given an RPG, and despite us having only 5 rockets, we need to shoot all of them at this hind helicopter. Now if we don't shoot any before entering this tunnel, the helicopter will shoot the UAZ we're sitting in, that jeep we're sitting in. So, and now we just have to pump the rest we have. Now what's interesting is if you look at the trajectory of the rocket in the slow-mo, it becomes clear if that even if you would land the shot of the rocket into the helicopter, it would still miss, because the rocket magically turns around and changes its destination once it becomes clear for the rocket that it's going to hit the hind. Because you cannot hit the hind because it has to destroy this very bridge. Now something similar might happen in Modern Warfare 3 if you shoot a BTR in Prague before getting given a mission to shoot the BTR. So if you want me to be a little more clear about how the rockets fly and how rockets change destination, go to my channel and watch the clip. Or at least I think I have the clip of that happening. If not, well, then just follow my channel. I've recently been deprived of my Modern Warfare 3 record, so I'm going to be taking that world record back, and I'm going to be running a lot of Modern Warfare 3 in the coming months. As well as, of course, Modern Warfare 2, that is going to be featured by me on ESA Winter 2019. That has already been confirmed. And I'm really glad that even though I could not make it this summer with Modern Warfare 1, I've at least showcased the Modern Warfare 1 here at the Movember, and I am going to showcase Modern Warfare 2, which is my signature game. It was at least one of my first speedruns. Second one being No One Lives Forever 2. We're getting real close to the end of the game, so you might want to get ready with the timer. It's only 1.5 minutes left in the run. Griggs is carrying us around. So this slow-mo is unskippable and ungating out of Able as well, unfortunately, so we just have to wait till Price passes us the gun and we get to shoot the KF. The timer stops right when you stop pointing the gun at someone, when you put it away. So it's going to happen any minute now. There's the KF, 2 Goombas assisting him, a helicopter that gets shot, creating us a perfect opportunity for a second shot at the KF. Hopefully we will not just stop at his right arm. The left has already been shot off. And there's the gun. Of course it's the 1911 that I hate, but don't get to choose here. Even reload it. Given 14 shots. And time. This is time. This is time. We've made the estimate, which is really good. So let's just watch the end cutscene and get to the softlock showcase incentive, since we got donated the $150 needed for it. Sergeant Kamarov from the Blackout mission rescues us. Of course he is. I mean, come on. We got shot a lot of times during the speedrun and we're still alive. Magically regenerating all the time. He says get him away from here right now. We must get him to the hospital immediately. Price right here survives as well. And after that we just being let known that the crew expendable ship, the Latvian ship, has been declared lost, and all the search parties stopped looking for it. Okay, so now the softlock showcase. The first one I'm going to show is no, not this one, but this one. Crew expendable. If you go too far ahead, not seeing the Price's animation when he says move, sometimes he even actually skips the part when he says move. He's going to stare inside the container for an indefinite amount of time. Really? You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, one more thing bad about Modern Warfare 1 is the fact that bots can sometimes drop empty guns. And I mean empty. You pick it up and you have to reload it straight away. Oh, that's not the last one? Really? Who's left? This guy. So Price says that it's all clear. Also, Crew Expendable is the only mission when you get to have a Desert Eagle. There are no more missions when you get the Desert Eagle. Guys opens the container and Price is like, what is this? What do we do with this? I don't know. And he just stares inside it. And those guys are like, what are we doing here? So nothing is going to happen. Off to the second softlock. Hunted. Now this one is a little tricky to replicate, but the trick is to... Yes, for the rocket to shoot the helicopter before Price says the line. So right now it exploded, but if we get to shoot the helicopter before Price finishes his line, and the helicopter touches the ground before Price finishes his line, this happens. He's just going to fly around all time. The guys in the cabin will probably listening to You Spin Me Right Round by Dead or Alive. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Yeah, I'm bad at singing, sorry. And the third soft block is here. Sins of the Father. Okay, did not happen this time. So, Zakhaev's son is not bulletproof. And he can get shot either by friendly fire from one of the machine gun nests, but that's not the actual softlock, it's just an unfortunate set of events. Come on, don't shoot me. Stop shooting me, guys. Seriously. The real soft block is when one of your own guys shoots Zakhaev's son. So you can hear the helicopter. And that helicopter should take out the machine gun nests. But while doing that, look at what happens. Nope, says the chopper gunner. And that's the soft block right here. If you get saved in the wrong time, you'll climb up the stairs just at the moment the helicopter shoots Zakhaev's son. And you will not have the time to reach it. And you will not go back because Zakhaev's son actually teleports from the top of the stairs to his podium. I might be able to show that right now, if I go fast enough. Yes, there he is. There he is, there he is. He goes in. He'd usually have to run all the way around, but he's already here. And once he gets teleported here, and he does not get teleported here before we climb up this staircase, the helicopter can shoot him. Also, this is what happens when you don't restrain Zakhaev and don't get too close to him. So, and because of the game save, you have to replay the whole level from the start. So, it pretty much is a soft lock. Okay, so that's it for me. I hope you have enjoyed the run. Please follow my channel, donate to the Movember Foundation, because men like you, men like me, have a higher chance of dying, and I don't want to die. Please donate, and if you have a little bit of money left after that, donate to me as well, because I need a new graphics card to run newer Call of Duties for your entertainment. Thank you, and goodbye.